Hello, my name is Todd Silvius, and thanks for downloading this professional development video tutorial on the Compass Learning Odyssey platform. Today, this tutorial is going to be taking a look at the resources under the Content menu from the Teacher account. We're going to be looking at the curricular resources available for the Odyssey High School curriculum. We're also going to be looking at the curriculum resources available for the Odyssey Math and the Odyssey Language Arts curriculum areas. So, let's jump over to my Teacher account and take a look. Now, to access this area, simply mouse over the Content area at the top of the menus and slide down to Resources. Click it once and you'll see the curriculum resources available for all the different subject areas. If we take a look at the Odyssey High School curriculum area over here at the left, we can see all the different subjects that we've paid for, to which we have access for their curricular resources. So if we click on Algebra 1, we can see a listing of resources available for Algebra 1 in the high school curriculum. These curriculum resources include a scope and sequence, a Algebra 1 projects page, a calculator, conversion chart, and a math toolkit. If you take a look at the calculator, and we allow that to open up in the background, you'll notice that it is a scientific calculator when this flash interface loads. It starts out as a basic calculator, but then there is a submenu that you can press that will produce a sub-feature with sine, cosine, and in degree and radians too. If your students do not have their own scientific calculator like this, simply copy the link and email that to them, and when they open up the page, they have access to this calculator, as you can deep link into this page from anywhere. You can even include it in your Blackboard course if you want students to have access to a calculator on the course and they cannot afford one. If you take a look, again, there's conversion charts and there's math toolkits. However, the scope and sequence is pretty powerful. So if we'll take a look at that, we can see how things are lined up in this course. When the scope and sequence downloads, you can see it is a page, a 23-page document outlining the Algebra 1 course in Compass. Atop, we see the chapter titles, a description, the lessons that are contained in that chapter, their descriptions, and activity numbers as well. Here we can see that there is an activity number for this lesson and the description of that lesson. And here we can see there's an activity number for this quiz. Lesson, quiz, so on and so forth for the entire document. This is always at your access if you want to retrieve it from the system, or simply save this PDF on your computer for access offline if you are looking to see if you are doing lesson planning. The Algebra 1 Projects is a convenient project-based learning sample it's a convenient sheet of samples of project-based learning to introduce to your students as well. There's a project for various activities. Those activities are cited underneath the projects. And if you're unfamiliar with project-based learning, this is a wonderful place to start to get those project-based learning creative ideas flowing in your own mind. Again, the high school curriculum resources are listed here to the left, and they vary from subject to subject. So be sure to check out your subject and see if there's something that you can use here when you use Odyssey or Compass Learning Odyssey, or if you simply want to use them for your face-to-face class or even on your Blackboard course. We have access to this to use this material as a district, so help yourself. The Odyssey Math, if you take a look up here, you can see the math scope and sequence for the math grades from kindergarten to grade 8, including honors algebra. Now, kindergarten, first and second grade scope and sequences won't do you any good because we have access only to grades 3 through 8 in math. And again, you can find that out by going to the curriculum index, selecting math, and seeing that grades 3 through 8 are the ones that we have access to in our curriculum for our students. So even though the entire scope and sequence is listed there for other users, we can start using from Math 3 and higher. And again, similar to that of Algebra 1, we have a series of chapter titles, descriptions, lesson titles, their descriptions, and then activity numbers that correspond with the different activities. The Math Toolkit will load, and you can see there's all different types of activities here, including number lines, probability, even a solid shaper. These activities you might want to load or use in your face-to-face class or your Blackboard course as well. And they're completely up to you how you want to use them. Again, please feel free to explore the toolkits for the Odyssey Math and the toolkits for the high school curriculum. Language arts scope and sequence. Again, take a look back at our curriculum and see which language arts subjects we have available to us. If you take a look at Language Arts 8, you can see the scope and sequence is similar to the scope and sequences of the other activities and subjects in our Compass curriculum. Chapter title and description, lesson title and description, and activity numbers. And that concludes this tutorial on the content menu and the resources that lie under there for curriculum in the Odyssey High School curricular subjects, Odyssey Math, and Language Arts curricular resources. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.